You know what, Adam Sandler? Jerry Seinfeld? Quentin Tarantino? I'm on to you. I'm on to your horny ass. Better watch out. I was watching Seinfeld yesterday. One of the GOATs, best shows of all time. And George Costanza's, he's a little stocky guy in the show, bald fella, dorky. Back then he was like the jokingly fat friend. And a friend of a friend told him that she would have hooked him up with Marissa Tomei if he wasn't engaged. Obviously, hearing that shit, he's like, fuck my wife, fuck her. I want some Marissa Tomei. Understandable. Can't say I'd do it, but I understand, George. Mind you, this is like 1990s. I don't know. This is peak Marissa. When she appeared on the show, she was looking good. And so the whole episode, he's like, shit, bro, I gotta hold it together. I can't do it. I can't contact her. So he's daydreaming, laying on the couch, and he's about to go in for a kiss. And then, most of the time in these types of shows, because he's daydreaming, because it's like in his apartment, they cut right before the kiss, right? And then they show that he's kissing a pillow. Nah, not these guys. I see what you did, Jerry. I see you hooking up your boy.
Come on, get dressed. We're going to be late for the premiere.
These guys pushed the cut back like 3 seconds. They said, nah, George is going to get this kiss with Marissa. We brought Marissa's ass all the way in the script, all the way to set. We letting George get something real quick. So he gets a little smooch in, he's laying on her for like 2 seconds, and then they cut the scene. When I saw that, I was like, that was intentional. That was on purpose. Because Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David write the show, right? So obviously, they had to have done that for their boy. And then it made me wonder, who else is out there being horny? Just, they writing themselves into horny, don't care, doing it anyway. Immediately, your mind goes to Tarantino and Adam Sandler, the GOATs of this shit, the GOATs. But then I was like, let's find out who else is horny out there. And I'm going to touch on those two niggas too, in case you don't know, because they horny. And I thought this was a good little video.
An Oscar for the way you made me.
Like, it really just prompted me, like, who is out here just writing their horny and they don't care? I respect it. First off, all-time horny appearance. We're going to give the award to number 1, Tarantino. He's going to be right there, maybe. Number 1, him with Salma Hayek, bro. If you know, you know. This dude really wrote himself into the role of some random guy sitting at the bar during her famous dance. You all know her famous dance up there, hitting them little shits. And then she pours the alcohol down her body, down her leg, and it like goes down her foot. And some dude, God, stop saying but fuck. She pours the alcohol down her body while she hits her little moves. And then somebody down there is sucking it off her toes. Who's down there sucking it off her toes? Quentin? You naughty boy. Quentin, trust me when I say I understand you, buddy. Like, if there was any other time to write yourself into horny, it was this time. It was this time. Why would you be handed a gift from God and not take it by sucking Salma's toes? Go work, Quentin. On to the next. And that's not his only feat running. Once upon a time in Hollywood, he's got feet plastered everywhere. Just feet. Those are feet, by the way. Just scream. Just just feet everywhere. The dude, he does not hide it anymore. He had that girl, the little skinny girl's name, the one who rides with Brad Pitt in the car. He had her feet just plastered on just looking at you, all dirty and shit, and muddy and shit. Quentin, just no shame, but something respectful about a nigga who just got no shame. He ain't gonna hide it. We all know he likes feet by now, and he gonna throw them shit in your face every chance he has. Adam Sandler, he's next. We all know Adam. I mean, this guy is just on a generational run of writing himself a hot wife that he would never have in real life. Adam in his fucking triple XL t-shirt and 40-year-old shorts that are hanging to his ankles. Why is Salma Hayek on your arm? You know what I'm saying? Why is some of the most beautiful women to ever walk this earth coming to you, buddy? Not happening. But I respect the game. In the movie Just Go With It, he had Brooklyn Decker and Jennifer Aniston fighting for this man. Brooklyn Decker? 2011 Brooklyn Decker? Adam Sandler? But also, if you can write yourself into horny and get Brooklyn Decker on you on the beach in a swimsuit, you did what you had to do, Adam. You were behind the script writing some fire. Why not put some fire in the movie with you? 70% of people who have ever written anything in Japan. You were next on the list. Manga authors. I don't really know. Mangaka. I don't know how the fuck you say it. But they are horny. And they will let you know. They aren't writing themselves into it. They're just horny. I just thought they should get a nice little subsection really quick. They are very horny. Whatever you reading, some sprinkle of they fetish. Salt banging that shit over the top. Hold that. Next, we're on to you, Abel, The Weeknd, no longer going by The Weeknd, whoever the fuck you are, buddy. I see what you're doing. I don't like it. First, you started with that super horny, weird-ass show. I have not watched a minute of it. I saw the trailer. I saw like one clip of him saying some absolutely freaky shit that I never wanted to hear that man say. All I've heard is that it was just an absolute mess. Him writing in whatever horny shit he wanted to do. He trying to get people to think he can act, whatever, bro. That shit was funny. And then he comes out with this movie with Jenna Ortega. Why do you keep making stuff, bro? Because he wants to write himself into horny. He wanted some Jenna Ortega. That's the only answer. Because that movie was shit. That movie was a hot pocket of ass. He just wanted some booty. Some little Latino booty. So he made a movie. You know, when you're that rich, you could do shit like that. He was just like, fuck it. I need me a baddie to sit here in front of all these cameras and be weird with. But, legally. So I'm going to make a movie. Again, I have not seen this movie. But the one clip that was really funny. I saw probably like 3 of them. But the one that was really funny is when Jenna Ortega is just acting her ass off. And he just turns to the camera, shut the fuck up.
Okay, relax.
Okay, you go out there, you're destroying yourself. I just want to help you and you won't let me help you. I'm not gonna watch and stand by and let you hurt yourself because I care about you too much. And I just want to help you, Abel, but you're not helping me.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? I have to go right now. I'm getting calls. I have to catch a flight. I'm on a tour.
Justin Baldoni, come on down. You're next, buddy. Justin Baldoni. Don't know if I'm saying it right. Truly don't care. He is next on the list. You probably don't know this guy. I mean, I don't really know him until I heard about this scandal stuff between him and Blake Lively. Well, I guess this guy's a producer, actor, the normal shebang. And I don't know if you guys have heard about this stuff either, but it was a really big thing maybe like a year ago that Blake Lively and this guy, Justin, we're having these big old cases, and it's still ongoing now. They're having these cases, suing each other back and forth, suing her husband and stuff. It's been all over the news. First suit, I think, started with Blake Lively suing him for sexual harassment while on the set of this movie that they were filming together. The movie was It Ends With Us. It's on Netflix. Pretty sure it's just a romance between the character that Justin created and Blake Lively. I don't really care about the details. But behind the scenes, Blake was feeling some type of way. He was touching on her. He was being really provocative, really aggressive with it. Like after the scenes were cut off, maybe even doing a little too much during the scenes when they were trying to film. And I don't care about all the cases and stuff. I don't know if it's true, but if she felt enough to have to charge him, she has money. Her man got money. They aren't after money. So obviously she had to feel some type of way. There has to be a little bit of truth to it. Like, he probably was trying to get a little something extra, at the very least. This guy's relatively good looking, has money, has power already. But nah, let me fucking act out and write this woman into this movie with me so I can perform what I want with her, with all these cameras pointing at us. He's writing himself into horny. I could rock with Adam and Quentin. I can't rock with this fellow. His horny got the best of him. Dude's been dreaming about Blake Lively for the last 10 years. He said, fuck it. It ain't gonna happen by itself. Brother was stroking his shit during Gossip Girl and said, I'm gonna get that girl. Saw another actor get some and was confused how he didn't get some. If they getting it, oh, it's because they on the camera. That's when it all clicked for him. And that's when he started writing his movie. I'm gonna make Blake Lively get in this bitch. With a Netflix budget, she can't say no. Checkmate. And then his entire world fell apart and he's getting sued like every other day and will never be able to write a film, probably ever again. So his horny beat him. He lost the battle. Happens to the best of us, buddy. Maybe try next lifetime. I was gonna say next time, probably not. I mean, next lifetime. Maybe you'll get a new role on the die. Last but not least, Mindy Kaling. Again, sorry, don't know how to pronounce it. She is the Indian woman that was in HR during the show The Office. She was one of the main writers, and supposedly she fell really in love with the other main writer that was also on the show. Sorry, I had to use the Google. But BJ Novak. Supposedly her and him are in love. I think they dated for a while. Let me see. I'm not super well versed here. Everything that she has written and created since she left The Office, there has been a BJ Novak equivalent. Whenever she gets a chance to write her old boo into a show, she's taking the chance. They were on and off for a couple years, now lifelong friends, but you know she still wants that man. She said, fuck it, I'll get my nerd dick somewhere else. Hold on. You gotta respect this one though. If the one who got away, how about you just recreate that person every time? You're never getting away. I don't have BJ Novak 1, but I'm gonna get BJ Novak 2. Oh, that series is over? Let me get another. I'm not well versed on her. Just a little throw in right there. But really, I just love the idea of writing out your horny, bro. Just putting it out there on blast for the whole world to see. I unfortunately am unable to write my fetishes into a show because that would be not safe for work. I like chocolate and starfish separately. 2 different things. YouTube, 2 different things. I like showers of gold. I like when my balls are stepped on by 400-pound women. Don't think I can get that in the series. All of these are reasons I'll never be able to write my horny out. And so it really hurts me that I will never be able to do it. And so that's why I want to make this video. To put the real niggas out there who can do it and follow their dreams. Besides you, Justin. Besides you. Don't follow your dreams anymore. But everyone else, good shit, honestly. Good shit to get into a position where you can do this. I hope writing your horny out helps, at least a little bit. Get it out the system. Maybe just focus on the art. And then let the horny be the horny. Or don't, also. Just also don't. Because in George's case, absolute 10 out of 10 reason to write out your horny. George probably... I'm just going to call him George because I don't know his real name. George probably wakes up still thinking about that day. George probably hasn't had a kiss with a baddie like that since that day. 20 years later, 30 years later. Haunts him in his dreams. Nightmares. Haunts him in his nightmares. Looking back on it now, it might have been a bad thing for him. Because when are you ever gonna upset that? After editing this video, I realized I did not do a good enough job hopping on Jerry's ass. Jerry was the main one being horny, writing himself into the horny. This dude had a different girlfriend every episode, maybe 2 in one episode. This dude cannot stop himself from getting a new biddy into the episode. He was the main one writing himself into the horny, and I'm sorry George got caught in the crossfire. A motherfucker like me, if I'm really writing out my horny, if I'm being serious, True detective. Alexandra Daddario. I would have been sitting there, the happiest man in the world. This is how it would have been. That would have been the first 3 takes. They would have been like, motherfucker, we're filming. Can you focus? No. I wrote myself some fire, nigga. Reshoot, bro. Come on, reshoot. Titties flapping in your... Alright, whoa. Alright, it's been a good video. Yeah, that's all I got for you. Like, subscribe, comment. Don't do any of those things. Jump off a bridge. Do what you want, really. Bye.
On that bubbling, train that mother, bro, we covered it.